What's up, Tyrannus lovers? Merry Christmas. How's everybody doing? Today I'm going to be making a video on how to revert back to older firmware if you want. I'm going to close this page down for the time being. There we go. Okay, first thing I want to touch base on a couple things before we jump into this video. Since it is Christmas time, there's going to be a lot of people getting a Tyrannus for Christmas or a Tyrannus Plus. The easiest way for me to help you set up your Tyrannus or your Tyrannus Plus is to contact me on the Facebook page. There's a Tyrannus Plus Facebook page. Jump on that, get on that. We're more than happy to have all the people we can get on that page to learn as much as we can. Now, the easiest way for me to teach you how to do something on the Tyrannus or set something up for you is to contact me on the Facebook Messenger. Now, I've made a video on this before, and I just want to go over it one more time here real quick. If you want to contact me on the Facebook Messenger, you get on the Facebook page, Tyrannus page, you friend me, you put your telephone number on your Facebook account, and you download the Facebook Messenger. Now, I don't want you to get on the Facebook Messenger and start typing things to me. I don't want that. That's what I want to get away from. I want you to click on the little telephone icon in the top right-hand corner and call me. I don't care where you live. I've talked all over the United States. I've talked to people in Australia, England, Singapore, France. Feel free to call me at any time. And I will walk you through, by you calling me on the Facebook Messenger, I can tell you exactly what you need to do and how to do it and why I'm doing it that way, and you're gonna pick up on how to use the Tyrannus 10 times faster than me trying to type that out for you. The other thing I want to touch base on real quick is right now I'm using my iPad to make this video, and I'm using an app called YouTube Capture. It's a great app. What that app does is it automatically downloads this video that I'm making right now to my YouTube page, in which I can copy that link from my YouTube page and put it anywhere I want, like on the Facebook Tyrannus page, and you get to see the video. So the reason I'm saying that is because there are nobody's making any videos on how to use the new firmware. Because see, I have an alert on my YouTube page, and as soon as a new video on the Tyrannus or the Tyrannus Plus comes out, it automatically goes to my mailbox, and I get that. But nobody's making them, so I'm hoping that the guys that are using the new firmware will use this app on their iPad and their iPhone or whatever the case may be, and make some videos and show us how you're setting your stuff up. Now, we're going to do a video on how to roll back from the newer firmware to an older firmware and how I did that and why I did that. So first thing we need to open up is the OpenTX download page. And this is the page. You're going to Google OpenTX, click on downloads, and you will come to this page right here. Now, these are all the firmwares that you can use on the Tyrannus or the Tyrannus Plus right now. Now, what I did, as soon as the 2.10 came out, I downloaded that to my Tyrannus. Of course, you know, I always want to keep my firmware up to date. But what it did, let me show you what it did, or kind of what it did. Let me see if we can open this up. It's going to take a second for this to open up, so give me just a second. Okay, now since we're open, once I downloaded the new 2.10 firmware to my Tyrannus, I'm going to click on logical switches right now. See, so as soon as I did that, it came in here and it deleted every one of these logical switches that I had set up. These are all warnings. So when my battery gets down to 14.4 volts, an alarm will go off. Once my dB gets down to 40 decibels, an alarm will go off and it will tell me. And so I came in here and it deleted every one of these. It will go to my special functions. And it also came in here and deleted a bunch of stuff out of my special function page for those setups that I made on my logic page. And I can tell you right now, I was seriously pissed off because it took me time to come in here and set all this stuff up just for it to delete it just that fast. So I was not very happy about that, so I decided that I was going to immediately roll back to the 2.017. Now the 2.017 firmware, what I like about it, it allows me to set up what I want, not what the sensor wants or what the sensor allows. I want to be able to set up anything I want, and that's the way I like it. That's why I bought a Tyrannus. So if you want to roll back to the 2.017 to me, which is a much better firmware, you can. Now, What you don't want to do is you don't want to download the 2.017 firmware. You want to download the 2.015 firmware. And here's the reason why. I'm not going to do this right now, but I'm going to pretty much tell you what it does. Now, if you download the 2.015 firmware and you hook your radio up to your companion and everything's all set up, a little box is going to pop up right here in the middle of the screen, and it's going to ask you, do you want to upgrade to the newest firmware? Well, the newest firmware is going to be the 2.017, not the 2.015. You just need the 2.015 to get you to the 2.017. I hope you understand that. Now, there's going to be a little OK down here. You're going to click on OK, and it's going to write that firmware to your radio. So now that's going to roll you back to the 2.017 firmware. And actually, I had to do that twice. The first time it didn't take, so I did it again, and then it rolled it back. It wasn't a pain in the ass or nothing like that. I just had to do it twice. A couple other things I want to talk to you about why we're in here. Number one is your EPROMs. Now, you have to back these EPROMs up. I don't care where you put them. You can put this EPROM on your desktop. You can put it in your document files. That's where I have mine. Or you can even put it in your download page. It doesn't make any difference where you put it. You just have to make sure that it's backed up and you have access to it at all times. See, now if I open up my file here, and I open up, it's going to take me to my document files, and here's my EPROM. And anytime that you make even a minor change to your EPROM, you have to save that change and back up the new EPROM. So make sure you do that. The other thing that is a must before you do any firmware changes is come here to your settings button and make sure if you have a Taranis Plus, it says radio type right here. If you have a Taranis Plus, this box right here must say Open Free Sky Taranis Plus. It cannot say Taranis. Make sure you check that every single time. Because if you're trying to put a Taranis on a Taranis Plus radio, that firmware on there, you're going to brick up your radio immediately, and it's going to do all kinds of crazy shit until you fix it. Now, it's not hard to fix, but it's just a pain in the ass to fix it. And then you have to go through all that other stuff. So once you get your 2.017 back on, then you come over here, open up your EPROM, write that to the radio. You're back to the original 2.017 firmware with your EPROM. That is intact. So make sure you do those things. I just want to, make sure that you guys, if you need help, you can contact me on the Facebook Messenger. I don't want to type out a bunch of stuff to you. Call me. Do that. I want to see some new videos on how you guys are using the newer firmware. Maybe I'll learn something new, or I can help you set that up. I have played with it a little bit, but I can tell you right now, I can set up the 2.017 twice as fast and get you more information coming from your radio to you. So that's why I use the 2.017. So that's all I had for you guys. So everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and everybody be safe.